Now, BJ, I understand you have a case from your case files you want to share with us tonight.
We do. We talk about premises liability tonight. We had a case where there was a family moved into a new neighborhood, and the mom was in the house taking care of some things, and her little child, 4 years old, I believe,
yeah, I believe 4 years old,
wandered out in the backyard, and what they didn't realize was that one of their neighbors had a pool, and that was one of the properties that the owner rented among others, and he didn't take great care of it. And so the fence surrounding the pool was knocked down. It had fallen down just out of disrepair. So unfortunately, when the child wandered over to the border of the properties, the fence was open, as you can see, and he was able to wander across where the fence would have been into the pool, fell in the pool and drowned.
So sad. So how did this case work out on behalf of the parents?
Well, we filed a claim against the homeowner, and their homeowner's coverage provided coverage, and they paid their policy limits.
They paid the policy limits,
yes.
Okay. Well, should we increase our personal policy limits when it comes to slips and falls?
Always. I think, especially homeowners. I mean, it's relatively inexpensive. As far as liability insurance on automobiles, we always try to urge people to do that, to increase their limits so that they can increase their uninsured motorist in coverage also. In that case, it was just a very tragic case. It may or may not have been defensible, but in that case, yeah, there were defenses. I mean, the mother has a responsibility to look after the child, make sure the child doesn't leave the house. I mean, it's a 4-year-old child. Did they know that the fence was down and that the pool was there? Probably they had seen it, maybe hadn't thought about it. There could have been a lot of things that would have made that somewhat defensible, but the problem was the potential damages were so great on the death of a 4-year-old who has his whole life ahead of him that the numbers that you can put up on the board are pretty astronomical. So in that particular case, discretion is a greater part of valor, and they decided rather than expose themselves to a massive verdict, they would settle for the policy limits, which happened to be $500,000.